Hi guys, welcome back to the Scapegoat Club. My name's Jess, and today I'm going to see if I can figure out whether my sister is narcissistic. Hi guys, thanks for coming back. So, for those of you who are new here, my name is Jess and I believe my family is rather narcissistic. I am not a qualified psychologist though, so everything I say in this video is my interpretation and just my opinion. I've talked a lot about my parents, but for a while now I haven't really spoken about my sister. And so I wanted to just dive into that idea of, is she narcissistic? And I should say I'm not trying to diagnose her. I know that there's a difference between narcissistic personality disorder and being called a narcissist. And so what I'm really trying to do is just look at her behaviors and try and figure out what the hell's going on. And so the first thing is she's older than me. She's 2 years older, and there is no question in my mind that she was in charge. She always was. She was the dominant one. The way whatever she said went, right? And I just towed the line. If I didn't, I was laughed at or ridiculed or bullied. And it's hard trying to remember where the awareness comes in at what age, because I remember being young and playing with my sister, and I don't know, I guess it was okay. But I do have memories of if I didn't play the way she wanted to, then I would get called out. She would go running to mom and dad and it would be like, I've done something wrong, and I was the bad kid. And you know what, I'm sure I did do things wrong, to be fair. I mean, of course I did, I was a kid. I don't have any memories of my sister doing something that I didn't like and then me being able to go and say to my parents, look, this, I'm upset for whatever reason, and then anything come back on my sister. It was always the other way around. I always had to comply to what my sister wanted, and that was the only way. We were actually just 1 year apart in school, and we went to a pretty small primary school, and our secondary school was bigger, but our primary school was pretty small. I have no memory of interacting with my sister at that school. I just have no memory at all of being in the same place as her, which now I think of it as really odd, because when I say a small school, I mean there were 2 girls in my year, and so I always interacted. I remember interacting with the girls in the year below me, for example, if we had like a sports event, because we'd always have to scramble together a team from like not very many people. We always got beaten. But I have no memory of ever interacting with my sister, who was the year above, which is really weird now I think of it. Why would that be? Well, I can tell you that as I got older, when I went to secondary school, I knew my place. I don't remember an exact conversation, but I remember being told I would not interact with my sister at school. She would not acknowledge me. I knew that I would just keep away from her, and I wasn't wanted, I wasn't desirable, and I should just keep my distance. I do remember at home, when I was useful to my sister, then we would interact. A great example is when she was studying for her A-levels, so her kind of leaving school and university exams. I spent hours actually testing her on her various subjects and trying to help her remember everything. She was doing history, and I have really strong memories of going through dates with those little like flashcards. I can't ever remember her helping me with any schoolwork or anything ever. So I definitely feel that I had a position where if I was useful and I could serve a purpose that would help her, then I was maybe acceptable. Any other time, no, I did not interact. I was not welcome. I was not wanted. We never socialized together. Why is that? And more recently, as we've got older, I've tried to forge a relationship with my sister, and to be fair, there was a bit of a time when I seemed to be more acceptable to her, and I would get the odd kind of, oh, this is my baby sister kind of. It was almost like when she could show me off, or when I served a purpose, I was welcome or allowed, or no, I wouldn't say welcome, I was used. But if I didn't serve a purpose, I was rejected. And as soon as my sister she always had a boyfriend, and as soon as she was in any kind of relationship, I was not welcome, I was not needed, I was not, I was dropped. And that was to the point of when my sister, she got engaged, and she told my parents she would no longer be spending Christmas Day with us or her husband's family, because she had a new family now. And get this is a great story. And so I was like, oh my God, I've got to spend Christmas with my parents, and they moved house. I didn't know anyone where they lived. I just couldn't stand the thought of spending my Christmas holidays with them, because I only had a few days off. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to volunteer at a homeless shelter for a few days over Christmas. I would still go down and visit my parents, but not actually on Christmas Day. Oh my God, my mom was just like, it was like, she was like, Jess doesn't care. She doesn't care about her family. She has to spend Christmas with homeless people. It's like, I'm sorry, but your other daughter has basically blanked you. She's been like, hey, I've got a man now, screw you guys. And I decided to volunteer for a day. And anyway, sorry, back to my sister. So that's the kind of stunt that she pulled. So more recently, if you've watched any of my earlier videos, I was going through a really horrible legal problem with my sister. And I'm not going to mince words. She lied to me. She lied through omission, and also through just straight up giving me the wrong information. She tried to control me by bullying. She tried to control me through my parents by trying to have them pressure me and blackmail me. And she triangulated. She's told all sorts of, God knows what she's said to my parents about what I've done. None of it's true. The stuff that they've told me is not true. And so, yeah, she's lied about me to my parents. She's also cut me off from my brother-in-law and my two nieces, one of whom is an adult and has the legal ability to have relationships with whoever she chooses. And my sister has sent back cards, gifts, and told me not to contact my nieces. So those are the behaviors that my sister has exhibited towards me, and I'm going to put them firmly, a lot of them, into narcissistic categories: blame, shame, control, gaslighting, manipulation, anger. Yeah, I've had them all. So, and here's the other thing, right? This is the sad thing about it. I was thinking about, well, how do I approach this video, and am I going to talk about narcissism? Am I going to talk about just a toxic relationship, and what a good relationship with a sibling would look like? And I thought, well, I can go through the bad behaviors, the negative ones. Well, let's think about the good ones and what a good sibling relationship would look like. And I had to Google it, because I just couldn't figure out what a good relationship with a sister would look like. Honestly, I was just like, what is it supposed to look like? What is a sister supposed to do? So I Googled it. And a good sibling relationship is supposed to be supportive. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be a common bond, because you've grown up together and you have that shared history, and it should be one that lasts. It should be, even if you're not always close, and you fight, it should be constantly there in the background somewhere. It should be a support in your life. It should be a bond. Ultimately, a sibling should be someone where it comes down to that you can say, hey, I need your help. Can you be there? And I can categorically say that my sister has never, ever been there for me in that capacity. Now, I know siblings fight. I know sisters can be rivals, and there can be a lot of that angst in there. Honestly, I don't even feel like we've ever been rivals, or to be honest, when I look at my sister and I think about who she is or who she was when we had a relationship, I just draw a blank. I don't know who she is. She's this enigma. She would change. One minute she'd be kind of my friend, the next minute she'd want nothing to do with me. And that, I think, is what speaks the most to me. I don't know who she is. Yeah, I don't know who she is, and her behaviors are, wow, I had to look up the good ones, let's put it that way. Oh my gosh, the sun's come out, it's beautiful. I'm going to stop now. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for your support. We are building our little community, and I am so excited. I am gutted that so many of you can relate to what I'm saying, but I am so happy that you're here, and that in some way knowing that you're not alone is helping. So take care, my friends, and I will very much talk to you again soon. What? I'm gone. See ya. Bye. So, hey, just a thought. Roses. There's a rose garden at the White House. Is it just a coincidence that there is a rose garden at President Snow's palace compound, whatever he lives in, his President Snow's place in the Hunger Games? Is that a coincidence? Or is that like a thing? If you know, please comment.